offer. I'll be your counselor today. Would you like to come on back?
Sure.
It's just here in the corner. Just go through the doors.
Can I sit anywhere?
Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good? All right. I just wanted to let you know that we have an hour for this first session. We're going to go over a professional disclosure. It just pretty much tells you a little bit of background history on me, and your rights and what the goals of therapy here are today. And as you read it over, just initial after each section. If you have questions, we can answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. Here you go.
And did you have any questions about any of this?
No, it made sense.
It made sense? Okay. And did you understand the fees and cancellation procedure that we have here?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. And before we begin, I just want to ask if it's okay if I just take some notes. They aren't any very descriptive, just kind of general notes that we are required to keep, just in case, we ever get asked to provide any information.
Asked by who?
The only person who could actually get them is if we were court-ordered by a judge. No one else, lawyers or anything like that, can't get a hold of them.
Okay.
Okay? So, what are you in here for today?
Those bitches in my apartment.
What
They
about?
deserve exactly what they get. They deserve more. Everything they put me through, they deserve it.
And what do they put you through?
Just following me and listening to me. They deserve more.
Have you ever approached them about this?
No, they're everywhere.
Is it everyone in your apartment complex?
Yes, my neighbors, and there's actors in my house filming me. Everything that I do.
Everything. How long has this been going on for?
Ever since I started living alone So a couple of years now.
Couple of years. And before you said you weren't always living alone, so before you never had these issues with people spying on you?
I had a couple of issues. They started to show up. I had a boyfriend and we broke up, but I think he was replaced by somebody. Like, he wasn't himself. He was a lookalike, and I tried to ask the cops to help me because I thought he was being kidnapped, or he was kidnapped, because he would have never broken up with me. That just would have never happened. And no one helped me. No one's taking me serious.
And so do you still stay in contact with this boyfriend?
No, that's not him. That's somebody else. Somebody's in his body.
Have you been interested in any new guys since then?
No. Just me. I'm by myself because I can't trust anyone.
Including family members?
I'm only close with one of my uncles. I see him every once in a while. We have lunch, but other than that, nobody.
So, you said that you feel like people are in your home. Is this all the time, just at night?
All the time, everything I do. They record me. Like, for example, I went to the bathroom, and once I came out of the bathroom, it was like being announced on the TV. Like, cameras, all the actors, everyone was watching me, and they announced, Jessica just got done using the bathroom.
And did they have any pictures? Or was this on your television at the moment?
It was shown on my TV.
And so you said that ever since you've been living alone, these kind of things. Is this the only apartment that you've been in since you've been living alone?
Yes.
And have you thought about maybe moving?
No, I like this apartment. I like the area. I just need all the people to leave me alone. It's affordable. It's in a good location. I just need everybody to leave.
And would you ever consider maybe telling them?
No, because they're everywhere. Like, I even see them in my dreams. They talk to me. Like, when I don't see them, they're talking to me and telling me different things to do.
So, when you were younger, did this ever happen to you at all?
No.
No. Just
not
recently?
so much. Recently.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. And so, why do you think this is happening? Like,
I don't know. I have no clue.
Well, okay, if you feel comfortable, we're going to just go over some straightforward questions to get more background information. And some of them will be very straightforward, and if you're uncomfortable with them, we can skip over them. There are a few that we will need answered just for safety reasons. Okay, let's start with the first question is, I have to ask for safety reasons. Have you been in any abusive situations before?
No.
No. What about suicidal thoughts or tendencies at all?
Oh, no.
No. Okay. Do you know anyone who has had suicidal thoughts or been abusive?
No one personally or in my family.
Okay. And then I'd just kind of like to go over your work history, if you don't mind. Are you currently employed?
No, I'm not.
No. Have you been employed?
Yes. Before, I was an investment counselor at a bank.
Okay.
And I mean, it was okay, but after being there for maybe like a year, like I felt like it was hard for me to focus on my tasks because I felt like my coworkers were interfering. I heard them whispering about me and the things that I was doing, and I was just having a really hard time. And when I went to my boss, it was as if he didn't understand where I was coming from, or any of my coworkers. They said that they weren't saying anything about me or interfering with my work, moving things. I would come to my desk and my pens would be out of place, and I would just see everything differently. So I had a hard time there, and I had to leave eventually.
So how long were you an investment counselor for?
I would say about 2 years.
2 years. And so this just happened towards the end, that you felt uncomfortable at work?
Not towards the end. I felt like that I got there, and then it started after a couple months, and it started off small, like I said, with moving things, and then I started to hear whispering and snickering, and then I felt like when I was trying to look at different investments, I was having people interfere, and I kept hearing like I was being told which ones to choose, which ones to not choose, and it was interfering with my work.
Is it kind of similar to your apartment situation, how the people are talking and interfering with your daily life?
Yes.
Yes, very similar?
Similar, very similar.
Has there been any
other... they're everywhere. Like,
everywhere.
Work, home, everywhere. I just can't get away from them.
Has there been any other situations besides work and home that this has happened?
I mean, it started when I was in law school.
Okay.
And my classmates, they used to do the same things. They would snicker and whisper and laugh, and I would try to focus on my work, but I couldn't. It was just like they were following me, and then they were talking about me. It was distracting me in class, and I just kept hearing all these voices saying all these mean things about me, and they're everywhere.
Everywhere. Is that the only job, the investment job after law school that you had?
Well, I did the investment job because I couldn't finish law school. I just couldn't take coming and people constantly whispering about me. So I got the investment job. But before that, I had small jobs while I was in college. Just part-time jobs to get me through, nothing major.
Okay. So, the average college, working in restaurants, that kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Desk jobs, that sort of thing.
And so next I'd like to go over your past medical history, if that's okay with you. Has there been any medical issues that you've had before?
Yes. And this is confidential.
Absolutely, yes.
After I left law school, I was hearing the voices. My professors and my uncle, the people around me, were concerned, and they admitted me to the hospital. I was 24.
Okay.
And it was my very first time being admitted into the hospital. I've been back a couple times. In the past 5 years, not so much, just one time, and it was only for about 8 months, so not that long. But I've been hospitalized a lot of times from when I was 24 until now.
Okay. And the first time, was that the one that lasted 8 months?
No. It was yes, it was my first time.
Your first time.
And the other times were just a couple weeks. Like this last time, it was maybe about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. All right. And what were you being admitted for? Just for hearing the voices? Or?
Yes.
Okay. And when you were there, did they admit you any medications?
Yes, they tried 3 different types. I can't remember. I only can remember the name of one, Haldol.
Okay.
But I don't remember the other 2. I didn't like the way they made me feel. And then I didn't trust that the medicine they were giving me was good for me. Like, how do I know that, the actors didn't put something in it, or that they were giving me something that would harm me? So after I left, I stopped taking them.
Okay. And did they tell you at all what they were prescribed for?
No.
No. Okay. Is that the only medications that you've ever been on?
Yes.
Okay.
Other health people, they try to give me stuff, but I don't want to take it. I don't like the way it makes me feel.
Okay. So you have it, but you're just not on it currently.
No.
Okay. Has anyone else in your family ever had these similar medical issues that you know?
I don't know. I mean, my mom, she was never admitted or anything. She was just always different, She raised me to watch my surroundings and be careful and be suspicious or not suspicious, but just, watch out for my own back because, people will harm you or they'll follow you or that sort of thing. But she wasn't hospitalized or anything, or nothing was wrong with her like people try to push on me.
Okay, so do you yourself feel like anything's wrong with you?
No, I feel like it's the other people. Like, they're invading in my life. They're whispering to me. They're even in my dreams. Like, they're everywhere. Yes, and I think I'm fine. I just need help getting rid of them.
Okay.
So I can just have some privacy.
Okay. And the next phase we're going to go into, which can be uncomfortable to talk about, do you have any criminal background at all? Any issues with the law?
Well, that's part of the reason why I'm here, and it actually makes me really angry.
Okay.
The cops forced me to come.
Okay.
Like I told you when I first came in, like, the bitches in my apartment, they deserve it. Because, like, there's machines in my head. And the lady that I hit, that's why the cops made me come here. I hit her. But like I said, she deserves more. And I think she controls one of the machines with the whispering and the voices. And she's been following me my whole life. And I just figured that out. And so I hit her. And now the cops made me come here. So that's really the issue, the law.
Okay.
And it makes me so angry.
Have you ever...
And so I don't trust them. So if any of your notes go to them, or if you plan on telling them, then we can't have a relationship, because I don't trust the law. And I heard you say that the notes can go to the court.
For
Can
me,
they,
legally, if a judge, and only a judge, subpoenas me, do you know what a subpoena is?
Yes.
I have no choice but to give them my notes, but they're bare notes, so it's just the bare minimum. I don't give them any specifics. So what happens and what we discuss in here stays between us.
Okay. I just wanted you to know, like, I'm just really upset with the law right now, or the police officer, so I just wanted you to know, like, I don't think I trust them right now. I don't trust a lot of people, and they're at the top of the list.
Okay. I'm just curious, have you hit anyone before this lady?
No.
No.
I don't believe in hitting people, but it was like she was following me, and like all of a sudden I turned around and she was right there, right after hearing the voices, and I just know she controls the machine, but I don't believe in hitting people. I had to do something in that moment.
And so I did hear you say that, there was machines in your head, and you felt like this lady, who lives in your apartment?
Yes.
How you thought she was controlling them, because she always seemed to be there. Would you like to describe the machines, what you think they are, what they are to you?
It's two machines. One is a voice machine and one is a dream machine. And the voice machine controls all of the voices that I hear. And that's why I said she controls them, because right when I heard the voices, she appeared. And there's only one voice that I feel like she doesn't control, and it's the voice of like a joker. He makes jokes like when I feel trapped or uncomfortable. And I don't think she controls that one, because she's following me. Like, she wouldn't be helping me out. And then the other machine is a dream machine. And those dreams are bad dreams.
Bad dreams.
It's of men, and they're not good dreams. And they're usually like, I can't see them. Like, they're blurry and they're gray or they're black, but they're not dreams that are appropriate dreams. And I just see them all the time. That's why I said I can't get away from them. Like, I hear the voices, and then at night I have the dreams. It's just, it's the whole neighborhood. And if I walk out of my house, it's like the actors, and it's because of the machine. She told them to keep me under surveillance. Like, everything I do. Like, I went to go get some new shoes, because all of my shoes have tacks in them, the ones that poke you. And I decided to drive 30 minutes to get new shoes. And I got them, I bought them, and when I got home and put them on, they had tacks in them. And I was just confused, because I drove all the way out of the way. And it's like the voices knew before I even got there and bought them where I was going. They got the shoes in my size. They knew which shoes I wanted and which ones I was going to get, and they put them in there to where I couldn't see them. And then when I put them on, they were poking my feet. It's like the machines control everything. And I just know that she has to be controlling the machine.
And do you feel like the actors, they have machines as well?
No. I think they're more of like kind of like puppets. They're following and doing what the machines say. They're there to watch me and then to announce everything that I'm doing, like being under surveillance. That's what I am. I'm under surveillance. Like, everywhere, everything.
And did you see them when you went to get your shoes? Were they there as well?
No. But I could hear them whispering in the store. And it's like they're actors, so they look differently when I'm at home and I'm in the store. So they probably were in the store, and that's how they knew they followed me.
Mm-hmm. And you said for the dream machine, it was only men?
Yes.
So you never have a woman appear in your dreams anymore, lately?
No.
And the actors, are they all guys as well?
They're mixed. They're just people. I call them actors because I feel like they're playing a role in my life to watch me and to see what I'm doing and then to report back to her. It just makes sense to me.
Do you ever see them meet with her?
No.
No. So what made you think that it was her? Just because she was there in the moment, or she always seems to be there?
She always seems to be there. And like I said, I heard the whispering, and then I turned around and I saw her, and it all fit together.
And you haven't seen her, like, when you were working at the investment bank, did you have these same kind of machines?
No. I think the machines are more so in my head, like a voice. Like if you have a tape recorder,
mm-hmm.
and it's playing the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that, and the voices are just speaking through the machine. That's just how they do it. And at my job, I mean, I don't know. It's all these actors. They're all different. So I never know who's who, because they're all playing a role. They all look different.
Okay.
I just hear them whispering about me and talking about me and snickering. And
which machine do you think, like, affects you the most? The voice one or the dream machine?
both of them.
Both of them?
I feel like because when I'm awake, there's whispering.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being followed. I'm being recorded. And then when I'm asleep, it's in my dreams. I can't get away from it at all. And I feel like it affects my sleep. I get less sleep. So now I'm awake. And it happens all over again.
Does it happen? Do you always sleep with the lights off?
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever tried to sleep with the lights on and seen if the same thing happens?
No.
No? Okay. So, I just want to make sure I have this right. There's two machines, the voice machine and the dream machine. And the voice machine is only during the day.
Yes, while I'm awake.
While
Not
you're
during
awake.
the day, while I'm awake.
Okay.
And I hear voices.
All right.
And they're whispering to me.
Okay. And the dream machine is only when you're sleeping.
Yes.
Okay.
They come in my dreams.
Is there anything, the text in the shoes, is there anything else like that that you see occurring?
Yes, like if I go anywhere, I feel like my things are being tampered with. If I go to the grocery store and I buy something and then I get home and I'll eat it and it doesn't taste the way it's supposed to, as if the cashier, when she put it in the bag, she switched it with something else. Like everything I feel like is being tampered with.
Tampered with, okay. And when you say tampered with, is it just foods or is it other things?
It's everything.
Everything.
My food, my shoes, my dreams, everything.
Everything. Okay. All right. And I don't want us to run out of time. And I do have a list of some questions. And they're just generic questions to kind of give me more of a perspective of you as a whole. And they're very kind of general, just, go over if that's okay with you if we do that.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So how this works is I'm just going to ask you the questions and you just answer them to the best of your ability.
Okay.
Okay. The first question is, what's today's date?
October 27th, 2014.
Okay. And you already answered the year, it's 2014. And we got the month. I did 3 at once. And what day is today?
Monday.
Monday. Okay. Can you also tell me what season it is?
Fall.
Fall. Can you tell me what the name of this hospital, or in this instance, clinic is?
It's the Pfeiffer University Clinic.
Okay. And can you tell me what floor we're on?
The first floor.
Sounds good. And what city are we in?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. And can you tell me what county we're in?
I think it's the Charlotte-Mecklenburg County.
Yeah. Good job. And what state are we in?
North Carolina.
Okay, we did great. The next part is just an immediate recall. So what that means is I'm just going to say 3 words, and then you're just going to respond them back to me. All right, so I'm just going to read them off. Ball, flag, and tree. Can you just repeat those words for me?
Ball, flag, and tree.
The next part is just a spelling backwards test. So if you could spell the word world backwards for me.
D-L-R.
The next is a counting backwards test. So if you can begin with 100 and count backwards by sevens, from 100 to 0, and just go 7 increments all the way down.
All the way to 0.
All the way to 0.
Okay.
Do the best that you can.
100.
Mm-hmm.
93. 86. 79. 72.
Have you repeat these few words I'm going to say. No ifs, ands, or buts.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
All right, and now I'm just going to ask you to recall the previous 3 words that I had you memorize a few questions ago.
Ball, flag, tree.
Okay. And now I'm just going to have you name some stuff. Can you name what this object right here is?
A pen.
All right, and next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this paper, and if you can take it in either hand and fold it in half and put it on the floor. Okay. And now what I'm going to have you do is we're going to do a little reading, and I'm going to show you some words, and if you can please read it and do what it says as well. Just
close your eyes.
Okay. And next is you blank piece of paper and this pen, and if you can just write a sentence that contains a subject and a verb. Okay, thank you. And this last part is going to be copying. And what I'm going to give you is this sheet, and it has 2 pentagons on it. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to draw the pentagons on the paper, like they are.
Oh.
So you're just copying the pentagons that are there.
Copying these ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Alright. And unfortunately, as our session comes to a close, I hope did that make sense to you and all those things that we did. So to come to a conclusion for today, I just wanted to kind of go over and summarize what we touched on today in our session. So you shared with me that you feel like people are spying on you, and that you were sent here after an incident with the lady. I would love to schedule another appointment with you if you're open to the idea, so that we can talk more about what's going on with you. And maybe have a few more sessions if that's okay with you. Okay. All right. So I'll just show you back out to the room.
Okay.
Follow you.